All right, let's discuss Disclosure Day. I saw it recently. You saw it before me. What do you think, Trevor?
Um, I was really I was really surprised by it. Not that I'm saying I'm surprised by Spielberg making a great movie. He makes most of his movies are pretty great. Um, I thought it was a bit different for him. For I think he has a tendency to keep his kind of political statements and his family entertainment, very, very just as far away from each other as possible. You got Munich on one end and Jurassic Park on the other. I felt like this time he was bringing them together, and
Interesting.
I thought it was bold. And I'm not hot on the script or specifically the dialogue. I mean, I don't. David Kep is fine. But I found the storytelling far more compelling than the story, which is, you know, that happens. That happens with Spielberg not regularly. But it's happened more than once.
I can't believe I'm about to say this, but I think we need to unpack all of what you said because there was a lot going on there. It
Hmm.
was it was you ate your Wheaties this morning. Um,
I mean, what did you think? Like, what did you think?
yeah, you
First
thought I would hate
impression?
first. Yeah, I mean, you thought I would hate it. You called
Yes,
me and you said I
absolutely.
like this movie a lot, or you loved it, or whatever it was, and you said to me, Don, you will hate this movie,
I,
and I
I,
said,
I
awesome.
think it's very flawed, and I thought that those flaws were going to grate you to no end.
So you are once again wrong. Um, I don't know if I like the movie or not. I think I'm very conflicted, but I think I had a better reaction to it than you thought I would. Um, but yeah, I think there was definitely issues with the screenplay. The dialogue was strange and off at times. I go back to at one moment, Emily Blunt's character says, "I don't want to be anyone's religion." When like a woman crossed and kneeled down, I'm like, that came out of nowhere. And I'm like, I kind of groaned. I mean, it sort of did. The themes are there, but that people, I don't know. All right,
Yeah,
stop your
okay.
moaning.
Yeah, okay.
I just kind of went, ugh. I had like a visible, like, oh,
Sure, sure,
where's
sure.
this coming from? But I love the ending. But I want to, before we kind of unpack more, you mentioned that this is a political film, and I wonder how many people see this movie as a political statement of sorts. And so maybe we could talk about that. Like for one, you used that word, and that made me want to go see it. And right off the bat, you have what this like UFC match, and there's like red hats all around, and I'm like, oh boy, this is gonna be something. But then that kind of gets buried for a while, a couple of hours, until you're hit with that last line. So this is a spoiler filled, I guess, episode of
Yeah,
no win
definitely.
scenario
There's
here.
no way to discuss this film in any depth whatsoever without spoiling it. So please,
And
if you haven't
yeah,
seen it and you don't want it spoiled,
just listen to the ads. No, we're not
yeah.
doing any ads. We're not doing a whole episode in the studio. We
Mhm.
just wanted to come on and talk about this film while it was fresh. But yeah, how much politics was in here, or what am I not getting to? Because there was the beginning, sort of,
Well, here's
allusions to MAGA, and then at the end, listen, like it was all about being empathetic towards one another, and very
right, but
often, yeah.
empathy has been politicized, and he I mean, I think it's sad that to to discuss empathy means it's a political statement, but, like, I can tell you from personal experience that empathy was frowned upon in my household growing up. I mean, my father literally thought of empathy as a weakness, but he also thought of it as an emotion. He'd never even had the correct definition of it.
Mm.
Which is it's not emotion at all. That's sympathy. Empathy is a thought process that could lead to sympathy. Who knows? But this was what was fed to him with all of the, and I won't say specific names, but all the crazy radio that he was listening to. And as you can see in the last 8 or 10 years, there has just been this war on empathy. So if you're going to make empathy the main theme of your film, and if you're going to end your film with one word,
Listen.
listen, like, whether you like it or not, in these times, you're making a political statement. And, I mean, he's not, he people think that well, I don't know if people think that people may think that he's not somebody who makes political statements, and, oh, I highly recommend you go watch Munich because
Sure.
holy crap. Um, I
But
thought
is
it
it
was gr
enough but is it enough of a political statement, or is it like could the criticism be that it's, like, a little easy, right? Here you have, like, a liberal Hollywood filmmaker, um, basically saying, "We need to listen to one each other, to understand each other better." Is it you know, is there something criticism there? Is it maybe a little too superficial?
I don't find in this climate, I don't find it any of it superficial. I don't find
Or is it too
it
cautious? Is it too cautious to be safe so that it'll be a mass market film, right? Because listen, we just applied for a grant here,
Yep,
for a documentary,
yep.
that we're working on, a development grant, and we had to be very careful
Oh, I
that
know.
certain words and
Yep,
phrases and thoughts
mhm,
were not in the grant.
yep,
Even unintentional, not even for the meaning they were, but just
mhm,
because they could be flagged as, "Oh, we have an automatic
right.
rejection because of these words."
The documentary, I've been reading a lot, about the state of the documentary, in today's market, and
I'm
it's
sorry, Trevor, what are you doing?
reading, I know. And,
Oh, were you also reading Ascendance by Don Schechter, available
no,
now?
I was reading, you know?
For enjoyment.
Yeah, yeah.
Please
Uh,
continue.
I was reading, a lot of articles on IndieWire are talking about how there's a lot of documentaries out there and nobody is buying. Nobody's buying.
Yeah.
And festivals, documentary filmmakers are really just exacerbated well, like, they basically are showing their films at festivals, and that's the only time their films
Get seen.
are
Yeah.
being seen because nobody wants to distribute anything, and and from what I understand, a lot of these documentaries aren't even controversial or anything, it's just distributors these days are afraid of everything because, uh,
I'm not sure if
certain
it's a
parent
fear. The
companies are
market
being
well, the
bought
parent companies are
certain
certainly an
parent
issue.
companies are being bought by certain people, and these media conglomerates are being consolidated, and they, they have control.
They have control. I think there's more to it. I mean, definitely that plays a part, but I think for, like, the independent folks, a lot of it's just the market's not there anymore. I mean, I just, was one of the producers on an indie feature, and that got sold, and it's, very hard to get sold and make any money because there's just not the market. It's not like when, Netflix was buying up everything in sight and everybody was struggling to keep up, right?
I
But
agree. The documentary bubble where all the streamers were buying every garbage documentary out there, and there was a lot of and they were just gobbling it up for content. That's over, but that's been over for a few years.
yeah.
This is a whole other level where I mean,
But let's get back to Spielberg here.
yeah.
Let's get back to Disclosure Day. So, okay, so it's a political statement.
But basically what I'm saying, I don't think in the yes, it comes across it may be simple, but I think in these times it works really well, you know, let's see how it works in 10 years if we're all still alive.
Well, some of us are older than others.
That is true. That is true. If I'm still alive.
Happy birthday, by the way.
Thank you. Thank you.
Trevor just turned a significant milestone birthday.
Yep. And with it, a lot of medical problems. I
It's
mean,
appropriate. Yeah.
yeah, that threshold, I hit that threshold age and my body just that doctor's appointment was pretty sad. Yep.
Sorry, Trevor. This is not your Tinder profile. This is
Yeah, I
the
know.
No Win Scenario podcast.
Okay, so, I feel like we're dragging here.
I'm gonna keep this all in, my friend, all in, because
Yeah.
people need to see the unvarnished truth of these podcasts when we have no plan and we're like, "Let's just talk and see what happens."
Uh,
Okay, so we talked about how it's political.
yeah,
We could start at the end, we could start at the beginning, the middle. I love the end. I really
I love the
appreciated
end.
how I was concerned, let me say, that he was just gonna, like, start disclosure and go to black, and that was it. So I
Mhm.
really, really appreciated that we actually got to see, like, this made up amount of
Right,
disclosure,
right,
video disclosure. It
right.
would have been cool to incorporate some more real world stuff, but, it
Right.
was close. Some
I
of it
I
was a little
know
fantastical,
she's
though.
not gonna qualify, but I really think that news anchor if she's not
Amazing.
gonna get a nomination, she deserves something.
Oh my god, that was the best performance I've seen in quite that
It
was the
it
most
it was
accurate human performance I've seen in a
it
very long
was an
time.
amazing performance.
Yes. Who was the actress, Trevor?
I don't know.
You don't know?
Mm-mm.
Okay, well, while you
And I'm
say
not gonna
anything
bother
else.
looking it up. I'm gonna let you look it up.
Um, so I really like that. Did I want more of the movie at the end? I did. How about you? I mean, I understood why it ended when it ended with that word, but I wanted to
No,
keep going.
I thought the word was perfect.
Well, this makes sense. So, the breakout news actress in Steven Spielberg's sci-fi thriller, I'm reading this from our AI overlords on Google, is Courtney Grace, a former real-life TV news anchor who transitioned to acting full-time in 2023.
See,
Makes a
I
lot of sense.
honestly recognized her. Was she with a California affiliate? Because I may have seen her when I was living in California.
I don't see that here. She did film this one-shot scene inside the actual NBC studios at 30 Rock.
Oh,
Um,
wow.
it's been widely, like, said it's been a great performance there. So, yeah, I mean, being an anchor, being on TV is some acting. So the
Yeah,
fact that, she could craft this performance and it seems so real,
it was great. It was a great
was
performance.
wonderful.
Yeah.
Um,
And
you know,
you weren't that hot on the Emily Blunt performance.
I thought she was fine. I didn't love the character as much.
Oh,
The
okay.
performance was fine. The character felt a little one-dimensional from the start, which is fine. I mean, I think the oddest one of the oddest things about the film, and there's odd things, it was, like, a little random. These 2, like, again, like, 2 white, like, Americans are the ones that were chosen to do this. That
Yeah,
seemed a little too convenient, like,
yeah.
and again, it's
Y
not a racial thing, it's like, it's a whole planet. Like, if it was one thing if there were pairs around the country around the world, and this is the story of this pair that we followed,
yeah,
but, like, it felt a little bit like, it's a
yeah.
little
These 2
random
people in America
that
out of
could, like,
everybody
get
in the
to each
world.
other.
I'm
Right.
not saying it's impossible. I'm just saying it
It was
for a
convenient.
story, it was too convenient.
If it was like 2, like, farm kids from,
Mhm,
where their farms were visited and it fit in that
mhm,
mythology, then okay, they plucked out there was, an alien crash or an alien visitation in Iowa and somewhere else,
mhm,
and, they plucked out 2 kids from their farmhouses and did it. Okay, fine. There didn't
mhm,
seem to be a rationale that I picked up on why it was these 2 people. And,
mhm.
you wouldn't need that, but because it was so convenient, I felt like I wanted some rationale for why it was them.
Right.
So, I thought she did very good, Emily Blunt. I just didn't find the character that interesting to me.
Mm.
Um, so, but it was a different role for her, which was, she definitely did something with it for sure. I don't know. What do you think?
I thought she was amazing. Um, I the best performance I've seen so far this year, is Ende Navarrete in a film called Obsession, which
Mm,
is, like,
doing great.
burning up the box office. I mean, I that is I was convinced I wouldn't see a performance that would come even remotely close to that, and Emily Blunt's performance for me came close. Like,
Oh,
it's
wow.
I don't think it's better, but it came close. I don't think it's her greatest performance, but I think only she could have pulled it off. I think it required, quite the balancing act, and
Well, it was good that she kinda did, like, not dits, but, like, went from, like, dits to, like, being able to speak Korean and
yeah, yeah,
and
yeah.
all that stuff, so I think that was
Mhm.
part of it to kinda start at, like, a more superficial
Right.
level-ish,
Right.
even though she wasn't clearly gonna be that way, but that's how she was portrayed by her job, things like that. Um, so Colin Firth, though, I want to go back to the
I
end with
was
him.
literally just gonna ask you about Colin Firth.
Um, what bothered me about the end was him just sitting in that chair. You know, after all that, he does give up, which he had to. He knew he couldn't do anything, so I get why that was there, but it didn't feel wrapped up to me, his
No,
character's
no,
bit.
I totally agree with that. Like, it
Yeah,
didn't feel wrapped up, but that didn't bother me,
yeah.
at all. Yeah, I mean, I saw him as in that moment defeated, but who knows if he's gonna give up? I mean, do people with that much money give up?
Well, that too, and all yeah, that's true. Like, I kinda wanted not that he gave up, he knew he couldn't do anything at that moment, but I kinda wanted a button to his story or something.
Yep.
Um, you know, he was kind of the mustache twirling bad guy for most of it,
Mhm,
with some at the end, they tried to throw in the thing about his wife and whatever. All
mhm,
that kinda seemed to come out of nowhere in this film. I guess part of it too is this film is not the movie that people think it is. Like, you there was the trailer for this film or the teaser, then the trailer, and I don't think that's the movie I saw. I think the people who didn't like it maybe didn't like the fact that this wasn't the movie they thought it was gonna be. There was a lot more not supernatural because it's not supernatural, but, like, the whole, like, jumping in people's brains thing, the whole, like, showing up as someone else thing, that
mhm.
was a lot more supernatural-ish or
I
fantastical technology than I would have wanted for what I
Yeah,
thought this film was going to be. I wanted something more grounded, and this was more out there.
yeah. Well, I mean, and I'm guilty of this too, but you have to judge the film if you wanna be objective about it, you gotta judge it for what it is, not what you want it to be.
Because that's the way the world works.
But yeah, I know. But, so I could I saw it on preview night, so the night before it opens, and these are the theater was pretty full, and people that go on preview night, they're amped
Diehards.
up, they're fans, and
And this was
you
for
could
your birthday, right?
yeah. No, Masters of the Universe was for my birthday.
That is troubling. Please
Yeah.
continue. We'll
Uh,
unpack that
yeah,
on
we'll
the next
unpack that
episode.
another time. I could feel in the first 40 you could just feel it. You could just feel it in the room. In the first 45 minutes to an hour, it lost a lot of people. And that's because and I'm not judging people for not liking this. I personally enjoy a film that starts like an enigma and I have to piece it
It puts you right in the middle of the action off the bat.
together.
Like, you don't know who this
Right.
guy is, what the backstory
First
is.
hour, you don't know what's going on.
We don't need it. We don't need it early on.
I
He extended
agree.
quite
You and I
some.
agree here. I
Yeah.
don't need any of that stuff.
That's like rule 1 of screenwriting is start the story as late as possible.
Yeah.
I actually wonder, it was as late as possible, but also was it necessary a lot of that first 45 minutes?
Yeah. I
I
think yeah, I think it
w
was too much for general audiences, and that is okay.
Yeah, see, my issue with the opening not the opening, the first 45 minutes or hour, is not how it opened, not understanding it, but it was, like, too many scenes of him almost getting caught and escaping.
Mhm.
It was, like, 1 or 2 too many things. It coulda just been
You're
he
talking about the
passed.
Jo Jo is Josh O'Connor? Josh
Yeah,
O'Connor's character?
yeah,
Yeah.
yeah. He could have just, like, slipped by them with the thing, got away once, but then it was, like, this place, then it was a chase, then it was the nunnery, then it was the hotel, and it was
Mhm.
the motel, and it was all these things, and then it was, like, it just seemed like it was too many things just to get him, that you didn't necessarily need. So for me,
Right,
it wasn't the enigma of the opening, it was that there were so many pieces to get somewhere that we could have gotten in half as much time.
right.
Because that, a little action thing or someone on the run, like, that's not that new.
Yep.
So that's to me where it lost me a hair,
Uh-huh,
but just a hair. I still
uh-huh.
enjoyed it. Definitely a movie that's fun to go see with other
Yeah,
people.
I thought it was a blast,
Yeah.
and it also really moved me. I was really shocked by emotionally how much it impacted me.
Well, again, it was because it was around your birthday and, there's only so many days left for you here, my friend, and, This could be the last movie you
I mean,
see.
it's funny, you joke, but you're not all that wrong either, you know?
Well, now you're gonna make me be the jerk here? See, he's teasing me, everyone. Before we hit record, he just mercilessly teases me if I bring up Ascendance by Don Schechter. Now, see, and now I make a joke like that, and it's like I'm the bad guy. I'm the bad guy. Send
You
your
are
hate
the bad
letters.
guy.
I guess so. I thought I'm like the clown. I was on a podcast called Amusing Jews. I'm like, am I a clown? What is this? But it was actually really fun. That'll be out in a
Um,
month or so. Um, no,
I, eh
but would you watch the movie again, Trevor? Because like
Oh, absolutely, I wanted to go see it in the theater, again, I just haven't had time.
oh, we should go see it together.
I'd what no, I said I'd love to go see it again. I told you, after Dune Part 2,
You
I'll never go see a movie with you ever again.
you and we've covered this on other episodes. You
Yeah.
think that I was like twitching or talking or something? I think that was you eating your bucket of popcorn and M&Ms the entire time and
You
projecting that action onto
you
me.
were so loud, it was so embarrassing. It
What
was
was I
so
doing that I was
embarrassing.
so loud? You mean my chair movements? They were
You
really
were
uncomfortable chairs.
talking, you were da da da, you were, I hate this part, I hate this part, I hate this.
I love Dune Part 2.
Javier Bardem this, Javier
I
Bardem
he was a
that,
he was a bit of a
Javier
clown.
Bardem, I hate this, Javier blah blah blah. I hate everything. And I'm like, what is wrong with you? That's me. Like you're being me right now. Like what do you this is my
Which
role.
which brings me to Wyatt Russell. What did you think of Wyatt Russell in Disclosure Day? I kinda got a chuckle when I saw him. He's, Kurt and Goldie Hawn's, son. He's in Monsters on Apple TV. He's like the bad Captain America or whatever in
Yeah.
Marvel. I have a sort of connection to him many, many years ago. I was almost many years ago, I don't know, 15, 20 years ago, was almost a like consulting producer or co-producer or something. I don't remember on a film that he was in called Folk Hero and Funny Guy that didn't work out. It moved from Boston to Georgia because of his schedule, and it was the year of the snowpocalypse here in Boston, so it wouldn't have worked. Filming
Oh
up
wow.
here
That wow.
was it 2016 or so, 20 something like that.
2015.
15. It was a long time ago. So for a brief moment, I was kind of involved with this film or going to be involved with this film, and he was in it. So I always chuckle when I see him because I came close to at least
Yeah.
being around his orbit prior to his success. But yeah, what do you think of his character? I thought his character was good. It was him. It's the roles he tends to play,
Uh
and he's the boyfriend of Emily Blunt.
no, I know.
Yeah,
He was fine. I couldn't see what she saw in him in terms of a relationship partner, but that
there was
ultimately
none of
was the
that.
point
That was the
because
point. Yeah.
they don't work out,
Right. They don't work
you know?
out, and that was fine.
Yeah,
Yeah, it was just again, little moments like that, they could have added to the character depth without having so much of, Josh O'Connor's, being on the run kind of
right.
thing. And what about the Josh's I just don't remember any of the character names, which is sad
Yeah, yeah,
after
yeah.
just seeing the movie, but, his girlfriend with the whole religious
Oh, I thought
backstory
she was
here.
fantastic.
Yeah.
I like her a lot. I thought she was so great. I loved the scenes when she would get taken over by
Oh,
Colin
yes, Colin
Firth,
Firth.
and the style of the film would literally go into Hitchcock mode. I
Yeah.
mean, like,
Really, I
it
mean, that's where
totally
the
becomes Hitchcock, and
and
it's
in general, the
awesome.
direction's great, right?
Yeah.
Again, the whole film, the direction's great, Spielberg's great. It's not his script, and it feels like it's not his script. Um,
I mean,
right?
he doesn't often write his scripts. He wrote them in the beginning,
Yeah.
and he's written a few since that. I think what he does is that the script. Here's the thing: we criticize the script, but the script is never the script. You and I both know
The
that
director
every
and the
day
editor,
they go through
it changes.
rewrites and
It
you
changes
know
once it starts filming, it changes
changes,
when it edits.
improvising, changing lines here, improvising lines there, like it. And I've always assumed that he has the ability to change things up. Uh, I mean, not the ability that he has the clout to change things up, and I think he does. I think his the story is not what brought me in. It's again his storytelling, and I with camera work that I was blown away by, like, again, this is what he's the master of. He's the master of staging, the
Yes.
relationship of how the actors are choreographed along with the camera, and every choice is perfect. I know so many people are mad about the fence scene where he's, like, ducking down and none of the agents
You
can
can
see him.
see him.
I didn't care about that at all because that shot that weaves around the fence
Yes, goes
and
up and,
goes into the
yeah.
car, and somehow he's able to do it without being showy. I think that's Spielberg's genius is
Without
that
being
he can.
showy is correct, yeah.
Yeah, he
Al
can
although
he can
it felt like I agree with you. I
Mhm.
just felt like it didn't feel as gritty as, like, the Children of Men kind of car scene,
Yeah,
let's
but I
say,
don't
and
think
things
he's
like that.
going for that.
Yeah.
I
No, no.
uh,
But it was kinda but also, like, the rationale again, I thought it was such good craftsmanship, but then the rationale of this guy, like, stealing the car, then driving into the house to get the girl who happened to just be there, like, there's a few logical things that as they were happening it's one thing if you think about it after, like, "Okay, I didn't
yeah.
notice that," but, like, during the film, I'm just people are distracted, like, "How could no one see him in the fence?" Like, "How did he know she was just sitting there staring into space and could scoop her up in time?" Like, those things, it looked like it was a little bit more of a film exercise than
Mhm.
it was something that made sense in the story or for a
He
person to do. Is that
here's
not fair?
Yes, that's totally fair. I think this is where I am as a viewer, and I think you know this about me. Let me give you an example. Last night I saw Supergirl, and I thought Supergirl. I was surprised by how bold and adventurous the screenplay was.
Mm,
Uh, Unfortunately, the storytelling, and I'd love for you to see it just so you could see what I saw with the editing. I mean, my God, it looked like a rough cut, like a
really?
first pass.
Really?
Like, I haven't seen editing that bad. Either the editing's bad or they just didn't get enough coverage.
Wow.
Like, it is shocking.
It's that
Eh
messy.
Yeah, yeah, and it's
And
too
sh
bad because they've got the story, they've got the lead, she's fantastic,
yeah, yeah, she is.
and here's an example of
A great fake
where.
dog.
Yeah, the dog's awesome. The story is bold. I not maybe not so much the screenwriting, but the themes, the plot.
Yeah.
I think it's adventurous, but it's just not well made and not well told, and it's a real bummer. Go to Disclosure Day, which again I think the themes, the the plot mechanics, I think these are bold and adventurous. The dialogue and the coincidence, you know, that's another thing, but it's so well made. It's so well told that it gets by, for me. I think that's an example of 2 movies that, I think were both kind of adventurous. One of them was told very well by a master director, and one of them was not. And I don't know if even in the case of Supergirl, I don't know, maybe the studio took it and cut it, like, I don't know, but either way, one of them's told well, the other one is not.
Trevor, I'm concerned
Mm,
because we have this sort of aura around us where I'm the charming, dashing host who's funny, and you're the film snob who knows a lot. But I think
mhm,
for people who might be listening or watching to this right now,
mhm.
your frame of reference has been Masters of the Universe and Supergirl. So can we take you seriously when you say Disclosure Day is a masterpiece, if that's the 2
I'm not
films you
saying
reference?
Disclosure Day is a masterpiece, but I do think it will, uh, I hope it emerges as one of Spielberg's better to best films. But also keep in mind, I loved, and I will defend I loved his remake of West Side Story. I actually think it's better
Haven't seen
than the
it, yeah.
original.
Really?
The camera work, you want to see his staging and his camera work. Like, even Guillermo del Toro made a whole thing about it. He was like, the camera work is like the most it's this is why he's a master. It's unbelievable what he does. without being showy. And, I felt a lot of the same way with Disclosure Day. It's just he was having a lot of fun telling the story, and I thought it was very infectious.
Well, I am seeing our analytics in real time here, Trevor, and the moment you brought up West Side Story and a musical, our viewer dropped right
Yep,
off.
dropped substantially,
Just
didn't it?
we're gonna miss you, Sandy.
Mhm.
Um, Sandy, your cat just left the building.
Yeah.
Well, is there
Uh,
something you're looking forward to? Or is there anything else you wanna talk about Disclosure Day? Anything we didn't cover?
uh, Again, I thought the camera work was excellent. People were like, "What was up with all of the lens flares? Why is he doing
That
a
was a little
J.J.
s
Abrams?" And I was
it's
like, "No, no, 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 no. J.J. Ab
stole
Spielberg has been doing that since
from
Minority
the
Report.
yes,
Abrams took that
yes,
from
no,
him, and,
but
like,
Abrams beat it to death. I don't think it was that necessary in this film. I actually thought it made it look a little
it didn't bother
artificial.
me at all. I will admit that there's a lot of it. It did not bother me at all because I felt like the lens flares were
Justified.
just a suggestion of something otherworldly out there.
Yeah, and I guess for me, the things that I sort of bumped on the most were things that distracted me, like we talked about, with the chase
Mhm.
scene, the lens flares a little bit, and then I wanted something that was much more grounded in reality. So then when they
Yeah.
introduced the technology, I never really got into what that meant. You can get into someone's brain and stuff like that, and they had it.
Mhm.
It's fine, and the person disappeared and then came back and all that stuff, like, so it hints that there's this abduction and there's this, technology. It felt a little too many fantastical things, and that was part of it, that it made it less like a real world disclosure and event,
Mhm.
which is why I feel like at the end, it kinda came back to the real life because it was just a news station. Oh, we
Right.
gotta talk about this before we go. Just because someone's playing back video, that every network is gonna now take it as fact, and, like, yes, they have "Oh, our AI pixel says this is true pixel," whatever it was, and that was the reason that everyone else picked it up as real. That was ridiculous. And I know they needed it because it was the end and Disclosure was pressing play, but ultimately, this movie was about pressing play on a bunch of video and people accepting that. I feel like that's a little bit of a cop out. I feel like there needs to be, and I'm really not doing this to sell my book, Ascendance,
Oh my
but
god,
but
Dawn,
there is
come on. Seriously, come on.
but there is something no, no, but there's something in there that people believe, and I struggled with how to make it seem realistic that people would believe this thing. And I don't think that pressing play in like a small, a relatively small market news station would be sufficient. But what are your thoughts? And I don't have an answer for what would have been better, but that seemed just like, that's it?
It it seemed it seemed like it I'm not saying it seemed realistic, it seemed possible. I mean, I I remember very clearly, the 1993 NBA Finals, and all of a sudden, it cuts away from the finals, the NBA Finals, and it cuts to a white Bronco on the highway.
Right. But that was an event that was happening in real time that they could say, "This is happening, we're seeing this, we're filming this now." I wasn't born yet, no, I was young. But,
That is absolutely not true.
but
Uh,
that's not the right analogy, though, because
but
one's a breaking news event that's happening real time. Other networks are gonna say, "Hey, an anchor in St. Louis, wherever it was, is playing back video." Like, I just feel like journalistically, that's
I hear what you're
not
saying. I to me, see, I don't think the the people that are running, uh these TV network stations are thinking in terms of journalism. I think they're thinking in terms of advertising dollars.
right.
And so they are going to go to the thing,
That's gonna get people to
whatever it
watch there.
is, that's going to bring them the most eyeballs for their advertisers. And then it just kind of, they just got roped into this worldwide event where it wasn't even going to be about advertisers anymore.
It just was a thing. I don't know, it seemed
To me,
easy,
I
it
can,
seemed unbelievable,
yeah,
more so than the Alien.
to me,
Um,
I can always count on human greed,
mhm.
for that. I mean, Yeah, I'm with you. It's a big, big stretch, but it wasn't that big of a stretch for me.
And what do you think about Grandpa Alien there coming in at the end out of the nursing home?
Yeah, I mean, what did it bother me or
No, did you like the look? Would
yeah,
you just anything? I thought they did a good job.
yeah, I
I thought there was gonna be more of him, to be honest, a
yeah,
little bit more because they kind of foreshadowed him so much that I thought there was gonna be
right,
a little bit more of, like, he was tormented,
yeah,
right? Did I understand that correctly? He was the one that was experimented on that they let escape?
I believe so.
I
Yeah,
think that's what I just thought there would be a little bit more there. Again, if
yeah,
the 45 or first 45 minutes or hour was 20 or 30 minutes less of a car chase and hotel bit, I think there would have been more room to deepen this story a little bit.
yeah. I mean, I think it's a film that I'm gonna watch many times over,
I
so
think you're
I
gonna
can.
like it less the second time. I really
Well,
do.
I think you're right, but I think I'll have a better grasp of it too.
Mhm.
I mean, I don't again, I think it's very flawed, but I also feel that he went for it, and I appreciate films that are ambitious and flawed. Most of the time, I prefer those over something you know, that's done well, but pretty standard. Um,
Is there anything you're looking forward to before we
Before
call
we
it a
move
day?
off of Disclosure Day, I want to say one thing. I just remember the score being excellent,
Mhm.
and I was like, "Huh, I wonder who scored it," and only because I knew Spielberg had, like, worked with Thomas Newman in the last 10 years, and I just made this assumption that John Williams was out of the game, and I was stunned when I saw his name there. 94 years old.
Still younger than Shatner, I think.
I mean, literally, he's literally younger than Shatner, right?
Yeah, yeah, just
And
barely, yeah.
he's still doing that? I mean, unbelievable. Great, great
No, it's
score.
amazing, yeah. Although, you know,
Unbelie
I was listening to on the car ride over to my office this morning, "Kiss the Ring," the song the track from Dune 2 from,
Yeah, yeah.
what's his face?
Zimmer?
Zimmer, excuse me, Hans Zimmer.
Mhm.
I'm like, this guy, small track, I wish it was longer. Unbelievable. He just calls this "Kiss the Ring," and it's this amazing piece.
Yeah.
Anyway, yeah. No, I agree with you. The score's amazing. It's amazing
Score's
that John
fantastic.
Williams is still going.
Uh, okay, what am I looking forward to? I'm already looking forward to season 2 of Widow's Bay because season 1 was awesome.
Was it? Okay, I've not checked it out
Awesome.
yet.
Fantastic. So give me that season 2 ASAP.
We got Silo coming out soon.
I gotta start that. I have not started it. Um, what am I looking forward to? It's so funny. I'll tell you what I mean, I'm gonna go see it in IMAX, but I am not looking forward to The Odyssey.
You know, it's funny. I'm the same way.
Yeah,
I'm gonna go see it.
yeah.
Take me with you because I'm very curious.
No, I'm absolutely not taking you with me.
You are so sensitive.
You
It seems a little dopey to me.
Yeah,
The acting, like, the actors
yeah,
stand out so much
yeah.
that I'm like, I don't know that I could, like, not laugh at this, but
I'm with you.
I'm gonna try, but
I'm worried about that cast.
yeah.
There's some there is some heavy hitters in that cast mixed in with some serviceable actors who I don't think are going to be able to hold a candle next
Well
to the heavy hitters,
well,
and
like
then
who?
there's gonna be a disparity.
Well, like who? Because like, I haven't looked too much into it, but, like, I love Matt Damon, I just don't see how this is the right role, but let's see. Tom Holland seems like what? Um,
I
Anne
mean,
Hathaway, I love, but again, it just feels so out of place. They feel so modern to me, and maybe that's my own biases, but
I don't I'm open to be wrong, and oh my gosh, let me tell you, I've been wrong about Nolan many times, like, the
you've been
first
wrong
time I
for
saw
half a
Tenet, I was
century.
like, "Give me a break," and now it's, I think, my favorite film by him, so,
Really?
yeah, I
Interesting.
think Tenet's incredible.
Oh.
But I just don't Tom Holland is a serviceable actor. He does good. He's a really good Peter Parker. He does a great
Yes, he is.
Spider-Man. I've really enjoyed him.
Yes.
I don't I I could be wrong. I'm open to being wrong, but just the little moments I've seen in trailers, him sharing the screen with John Bernthal,
Oh, who
like
I
I
love.
just I don't know.
Yeah,
I don't know.
yeah,
I just if you're gonna put somebody up against John Bernthal, you better know what the hell you're doing.
yeah.
'Cause that guy can he
That
can
yes,
eat
he's
the
so
screen alive half asleep.
yes, I'll completely agree.
Yeah. So, I'm curious. And then what else am I looking forward to? Well,
Toy Story
the
5.
final season of The Bear dropped last night.
Oh, did it really?
Yeah.
I kinda
So
didn't actually watch the last season. I liked the show, but I
yeah.
never got through the previous season. I just kinda
No,
petered out.
you should finish it, and then you should
Yeah.
watch that special episode they dropped a few months ago called Gary.
Oh,
It's not called The Bear, it's called
yeah.
Gary, but it takes
Interesting.
place in it's with
The Bear Cinematic Universe.
yeah, exactly, and it's an excellent episode, and then I'm seeing the new Jackass movie on
Oh
Saturday.
god.
I'm looking forward to that.
You know what's the funniest thing someone told me?
Uh,
We were talking about some sci-fi history, and they thought that The Leftovers took place in the same universe as Lost. I couldn't stop laughing, and they're like, I haven't seen it." I'm like, "I get it, you don't see it, it's funny, but it just for some reason, that crossover to me, hysterical."
I finally watched The Leftovers during the pandemic, and I could not believe what I was watching. I
Because
was
we should do a Leftovers episode, but give me
I
the
was
lowdown.
blown away by it. Man, is it that is a nasty, nasty show.
It is, and I just will say that what I really the one thing that I really, really, really appreciated about The Leftovers was the end. It
Mm,
didn't go to a religious
mhm,
ending.
mhm.
It was sci-fi all along, and it stayed sci-fi,
Yep,
and that's what I really like, it was so different because so many shows and films in that
mhm.
era, um,
Era.
moved towards spirituality and religion as the answer, like Battlestar Galactica, right? And
Yep,
Lost.
yep,
But it didn't do that, and I
yep.
was very relieved because I would love the show, but, like, you just felt like that was coming, 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 and it
Mhm.
wasn't that. So,
It also features a performance by Liv Tyler, of all people,
of all
that
people,
scared me to my core. Like,
interesting.
she is terrifying in
Yeah,
that show, and
yeah.
it is a hell of a performance, and that's what happens. You give people good material, they'll deliver a good performance.
Well, Trevor, we started with Disclosure Day, we ended up with something old like The
The
Leftovers. We
Leftovers, yeah.
started with Ascendance, let's end with your old, reactions. You wanna talk about front row reactions while you got a minute?
Yes, I have
Which we're
a
burying at the end of the
yeah,
show, 46 minutes in.
I have a YouTube, uh, channel where I produce, movie reactions. It it is called, Front Row Reactions. You can
Can't
find
even
it
make
on
eye contact.
YouTube.
He cannot even make eye contact.
You can find it on YouTube
What's the YouTube channel?
at Front Row Reactions. Our
What's our
latest
YouTube channel?
reaction was RoboCop. We've got Star Trek 4 on the way. Uh, we have
Well, and
let's
you
see,
had a
we
very
have
popular episode that got you on the map real quick, right? You did Star Trek 2
Star
to
Trek
start?
2 Wrath of Khan got us on the map. We were very shocked. And so we only have 3,000 subscribers, but we got into the YouTube monetization, the YouTube partner program, which we are still shocked by, and we've been able to monetize. And right now, we're filming
T
reactions to the original Star Trek TOS,
Tell me how many
and
pennies here, Trevor.
that's when
Trevor,
we're going to make the jump to Patreon and stuff like that.
am I close? How many pennies? Close?
How many pennies?
Yeah.
Uh, more than
Some?
a couple hundred.
Yeah, okay.
dollars. I
Dollars.
mean, that
Pennies.
we from YouTube, it's not a lot. The
I
real
know.
money is when you hop over to Patreon,
Correct.
which
Yeah.
is what we are in the process of prepping for now.
Well, I wish you luck. So that's at
Thank you.
Front Row Reactions,
At Front Row Reactions on YouTube,
if
starring Heather.
starring Heather. So you don't get to hear or see Trevor.
You
It's
don't
his
see me, but you
handiwork.
do hear me.
It's a lot
Uh,
of giggling in the background,
yep.
right?
I go by a different name on Front Row Reactions, but
Oh, do
you
you
do
really? I haven't
hear me.
watched it.
Yeah, I know you haven't. I know you
I'll
haven't.
watch it when you read my book.
Yep, I know you haven't.
Well, Trevor, I've enjoyed this impromptu new way of doing our podcast here.
Yep. I
We should do arc raiders next.
I was literally just gonna bring that up,
Always a step
but
behind.
that thing that I mean, that episode's gonna be about let's say 4 hours? 4 hours. I think we could get easily and without being boring, I think we could get 4 hours out of Arc
I
Raiders.
think we got to go do it in the studio and we got to be
Yeah,
playing the same time. I think
yeah.
it's got to be, we're not going to do that Twitch thing that people do. We're not going to do this
No,
Riverside approach here or Zoom.
no.
I think we got to be in the studio and playing it and just, we'll let our crew just hit record and walk away.
We uh, Don and I we disagree on most things. We've agreed on a few things, but I don't think we've bonded over something as strongly as Arc Raiders.
Yes, but also you abandoned me the moment you got me hooked. You
No,
played
no,
with me
no,
for
no, no,
3
that's not true. I
seconds
just
and then you
don't
walked away.
like doing things with you. And the few times I played with you,
It's so
you
sad.
got me killed right away.
I'm much better now. I know what I'm doing.
I don't know what it is. You're like a magnet for rats. Like whenever I play, all the rats just come
I
in
am the rat now. No, I'm just kidding.
and they kill us and they take all my good gun. They take my level 4 Bettina. And it's just like, oh, I was
You know
so
what? I've
mad at
got
you.
so much goop for you. I can just give you some. I have a whole Trevor stash that I can just donate to
I
you
was
because I
so
am
mad.
ready to expedite.
I need I need some humidifiers. Yeah.
Everyone's confused. Everyone
Yeah.
who's
No, they're
listening.
not. I actually think there's some people who understand what we're
Yes.
talking
Well, if
about
you
right
guys
now.
actually want to hear and watch us play and talk about Arc Raiders, leave a comment. Let us know. No win scenario podcast at gmail.com. No win scenario podcast on all the socials. Is that right, Trevor?
That's right.
And don't forget to do at Front Row Reactions.
At Front Row Reactions. And don't forget to
Ah,
buy your copy of The Ascendants by Don Schechter. It is
gracious.
I know we all kidding aside. It is a good book. Don, it's a labor of love. I watched Don work on it for many
Decades.
years, and really, it's a passion project, and it reads like that on the page, and I highly recommend it. I know you can't believe I said something positive. You're kind of dumbfounded, but I highly
All right.
recommend it, folks.
Next time I'll hit record because I don't think we've been recording this whole episode. Say it again. Say my name. All right. Thanks everyone for listening and watching.
Thank you, everyone. Bye bye now.